Now, I know we get a lot of different advice when it comes to our goals and our pursuit of our dreams and the things that we want to accomplish in life, the direction that we want to go in. And a lot of the times it begin to click in our life where we have an idea of what we want to do. Sometimes it's a strong notion. Sometimes it's a strong tug. Sometimes it's a strong pull. Sometimes we have something that we absolutely say, you know what, I have to go after this. I have to go after this by a show of likes, and come through in the comments and tell me if that's you. If you found something that you're passionate about, something that you're in pursuit of, something that, again, this is Dream Driver's legacy. So if you watch my videos, if you are subscribed to the channel, then you know we're all about pursuing dreams. But if that's you, and I know we're all at different stages in our growth, but if that's you, if you found something, come through in the comments and tell me I found my gift. Come through in the comments and tell me I have a burning desire for whatever it is. Share your ideas in the comments. But I know a lot of the time we get the advice, and I know I've heard it myself, where they will say, if you don't have a plan A, you should always have a plan B. And of course, it sounds like the right thing to say. It sounds, feasible. You want to make sure that you don't put all of your eggs in one basket. It sounds like, create that cushion of support or to fall back on something if this doesn't work. So in my humble opinion, when it comes to that advice to have a plan B, if plan A don't fall through, I would say the only way that I would encourage that is if you're experimenting, is if you don't know what you want to do. But my advice to those that are the complete opposite, when you know for sure what you want your plan A to be, when you know for sure what plan A actually is in your life, when you're dead set on what it is that you want to go after, and you know there's no other thing that I want to do in my life but this very thing that I'm going after, I personally feel there should be no plan B. In fact, your plan B should be to actually reinforce your plan A. That's the advice that I would give to my young people. If you're in your teens, your early 20s, mid 20s, heck, if you're a grown man or a grown young lady, that's the advice that I will always give to a person that knows what they want out of life, bro. They know for sure what they want. They study, they document, they improve, they develop skill sets. They love what they do. That fire never fades. To me, your plan B should only to reinforce plan A. And the reason I say that is because when you develop this idea of saying, I'm gonna have something else that I'm gonna fall back on, it does a number of things. One, it shows that you have a lack of faith. You open up the door of having a lack of faith when it comes to plan A. It shows that, as much as I want to pursue this, I'm gonna allow fear to give me limitations, to provide limitations on my walk of life in this journey. So let me go ahead and listen to what my mama said, my dad said, my friends said, and come up with a plan B, because they may not see it, because they may not necessarily believe in your vision. They may not see your vision. They may not believe that you're capable of actually attaining what it is that you want to do in your life. So they're going to encourage you to make sure you have something to fall back on. And again, if you don't know what you want to do in your life, if you're really just kind of, again, just experimenting, then yes, I would advocate that, because you want to be sure. You want to be sure what it is that you want to do in your life. But once you develop that sureness and you become reassured, the more you do it, and you've been doing it for 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, a year, 2 years straight, you shouldn't have a plan B if you still have that burning desire to keep going. You shouldn't have a plan B if plan A is really what you want to do. It's really where you want to be established. It's really where you want to be locked in within your daily drive, bro. As your 9 to 5 or your 24/7, whatever that grind is. If you're strong about your plan A, ditch plan B. Plan B is a distraction, my brother. Instead of giving plan A 70% of your time and then giving plan B 30% of your time, you're distracting yourself from giving plan A 100% of your devotion and your time and your commitment. Go all in with plan A. Ditch plan B. Believe in yourself, especially if you see yourself being successful. If you see the success bricks being built every single day and it's being manifested every single day, slowly but surely, brick by brick, if you're seeing it develop right in your face, ditch plan B and commit to plan A. That's personally my advice that I would give. I love going against the grain. I love going against the grain, bro. I've been going against the grain of people's opinions my whole life. I've grown comfortable with that. I've grown comfortable with being uncomfortable doing what it is that I do that make other people uncomfortable. That is a bar. Let me say that again. I have grown comfortable making other people feeling uncomfortable with what makes me feel comfortable. Going against the grain, bro, all my life. And I love it here. I live it here. I do it here. It is what contributed to me becoming monetized here. It is a part of my legacy, the legacy that I'm building. And I'm just sharing the nuggets that I've developed along the way. And a lot of the times it didn't come from something that someone told me. I walk alone. I've traveled alone for the most part of my journey, bro. My gut has been my compass for a very long time. My gut has been my compass for a very long time. And I followed my gut and it got me here. And I followed my gut and I've trusted my gut and my intuition and it never steered me wrong. It never steered me wrong. Anything that I wanted to do and I committed fully, 100% plan A, I manifested. Ask anybody in my life. Anybody in my life, matter of fact, I'll do videos with my wife, with my daughter. They'll tell you what I'm telling you today. We can revisit this video. Every single thing that I said I wanted to do, and we're still in the process of doing, I've done it by committing 100%. Plan A only is the way we do it. There is no plan B. No, I'm not saying be dumb, be stupid, quit your 9 to 5 and go all in when it comes to building your business. You have to build your business. Be wise in your path. Be wise in your walk of life. Let your job be your resource, your financial resource that pours into where you're going to be one day, full time. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, don't lock in with that job. I'm just saying, don't get stuck at that job. If you know you want to build your own business, don't get consumed over here. You're going to be there 7, 8, 9, 10 hours out of the day. Distractions. Don't let it consume you. Don't let your hard work put you in a position where they encourage you to climb up that corporate ladder. That's plan B, right? Don't let your hard work, don't let anybody encourage you or influence you to climb up that corporate ladder when you want to build your own corporate ladder, to develop for other people, to help them pour into them. Don't allow yourself to be distracted over here. Be over here temporary. It's a temporary situation over here. Again, this is only temporary. This is the means, your transportation, a vehicle to get you where you really want to be. And never mind this. People are going to be mad at you in the process. They're going to be upset at you in the process. They see your hard work. They see you showing up every day. I'm not saying be a slouch on the job. Always remember to put your character first. So whatever you sign up over here, I'm not saying be a slouch. Do your very best, but don't stay stuck. They're going to get mad when you turn down the offer to move up. They don't understand your why. They don't need to know your why. They're going to get pissed at you. You're going to probably lose work friendships, those managers that was happy for you because they saw your potential in that business, in that workspace, because you're turning down overtime, because you need to go home and work on your personal project, because you turned down that job opportunity to grow in that business. You said no so that we can pour into this business because you stuck to your purpose. You stuck to plan A. You stuck to plan A. If you truly see yourself living in that dream that you have in your head, ditch plan B. Have no plan B. However, if there is a plan B, to all of my plan A folks, the only plan A that you should be entertaining is reinforcing plan A altogether. If y'all rocking with the vibe, then I encourage you guys to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you guys lock all the way in and join the tribe, all right? Dream Drivers Legacy, it's all about growth. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Peace and blessings. One love, strength.